Oh, wait. No, we're not ready. Fuck.
Oh no, Tony!
You do, Tony.
My headphones were not on. Speakers. Headphones. Alright, we are ready now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Bathani, and as always, I am joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondy.
I'm doing my best to look alive. Hey guys.
and the exhilarated Tony O.
Morning, boys. Yeah, always looking alive. Don't know if that comes through on the, through the headphones, through the speakers, but yeah.
Yeah. Azar's advice, pre-record. Look alive, Tommy.
Yeah.
Look alive, buddy.
Did he actually say Tommy, or are you just taking that personally?
No, I just added that because
He has taken it personally.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how can I not? When you see the results that the team that I support has been putting out, it's hard to get motivated for these things, So gotta stay upbeat.
Oh no, it looks like Tommy's having a crisis in confidence.
Just a little, yeah. I mean, midweek we had a good fought battle against City, and then can't say the same for yesterday's match.
Yeah. Tell me about what happened to Kepa's arms in midweek. It's like
how much.
It's like his controller stopped working.
Yeah.
He's watching it right now.
I'm watching it right now, Tony. Replaying it on my screen here, and I'm trying to justify for Kepa why he didn't stick his arm out, and I cannot find any reason for why he did not stick his arm out to stop the ball from going across the goal.
Well, when you're controlling the keeper, you need to press a button to actually make a save. And if you don't press a button, he's not going to make the save.
I think it's circle. Is it? I don't know.
You don't have to press anything. Do you?
No. You do. Like if you take control of the keeper. I think it's
I see.
L2 or I can't remember. But I don't do it.
It's been a while since I played. It's been a while since I played FIFA, so I can't tell you the exact controls there. But anyways, it was shocking. It was heartbreaking, and yeah.
And then you followed it up by getting smacked in the FA Cup 4-0 by City.
Hey, I'll be honest. I almost did the Tony thing with the lineup again, where you see the lineup, you're like, that's it. You know the result already.
Yeah.
But it was Sunday, and it wasn't like 7:30 in the morning, right? It was 11:30 games, so I didn't have the excuse of going back to bed.
It's never too late to go back to bed.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
You got to really show commitment to going back to bed.
Yeah, Tony's got that. I haven't been able to master that yet. But once Mara scored, guys, I'll be honest, I turned it off. I left. I knew what was happening, and it was a great free kick. I mean, good job, Mahrez.
Slight deflection.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did not watch the rest.
What I see, Havertz has been taking lessons from Thiago Silva on defending high balls in the box.
No, Tony. Havertz was just showing Kepa how to actually use his arms in the box.
Yeah.
Great punch away on that.
He almost got away with it as well. If there was no flag. Don't know how the ref misses that. And yeah, City didn't really appeal that much. I think it was only maybe Rodri that appealed, but yeah, so blatant. Alvarez with I don't think it was the best penalty. Again, if Kepa had longer arms, maybe he saves it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Potter, was it
Potter
last
what?
week?
Potter
I
what?
think
What?
I asked last week are we Potter out yet?
No, Tony. Listen.
Just asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll name you a team right here. Okay. Mendy, Chilwell, Fofana, Reece James, Conte, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Broja, Sterling. Those guys are injured right now, and 100% that team is better than the teams that we've been putting out. 100%. And any manager for me, when you have to, when you're missing pretty much your entire first team, you're going to struggle no matter what. And I'm not one of these Chelsea fans that are saying Potter out, all this stuff. No. The guy is having a hard time with injuries. Let's be honest. Football has been dire, which is why it's been hard to watch. That I agree. But no to Potter out. And hopefully we can get these injuries sorted. Something's going on behind the scenes. This medical stuff, I don't know what's going on, but like
he's gone for the medical stuff.
He's gone for the doctors. He's gone for the doctors and the physios.
Well, you do know, you guys. I don't know if you guys know or not, but Boehly fired the entire medical staff when he came in.
Nice.
He brought in his own guys from California.
I'm enjoying the Boehly era, I got to say.
It's genuinely very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertaining, sure. But you know what's not entertaining? When at halftime, your stats are 0 shots, 0 corners, even 0 offsides, and your XG is 0.00. That is not entertaining.
Really entertaining, my friend.
I will say, Chelsea did improve their XG by the end of the game to 0.1.
Yeah, 3 shots, 1 on target. I don't know how many offsides. I don't have that in front of me. But, yeah, I don't know.
Tell you what, bring back Timo Werner. He'll get those offside stats up.
They improved it to 0 offsides. So, yeah, there you go. Look, I don't know, man. Potter hasn't won. He's won 1 game since, the 8th of October? Granted, World Cup in there and all that, but that's in 8 matches.
One of the last 8 against Bournemouth.
Yeah. No, one in the last 10, actually, against Bournemouth. If you count the 2 games against City, no? But anyway, look, I think he's I think he's a good coach. I wonder if he's just not in the right club. I don't know if he's the right profile for what Chelsea need. I feel like if you had Conte at Chelsea and you had Potter at Tottenham, both clubs would be better off, if that makes sense. Conte gets his checkbook owner. Potter gets to focus on coaching. I don't know. You guys are 10th place, closer to the bottom than you are to the top. He can't survive much.
We're not making Champions League this year.
Yeah, but then
no chance.
You did qualify from the group stage of the Champions League, so
yeah, we're still in it.
You have that to look forward to, but
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's the worst part is really just having to watch because it's dire. I'm not kidding. You guys saw on Thursday where we at least showed a bit of personality on the pitch.
Zachariah was excellent. He was excellent.
Yeah, Zachariah was excellent. You're right. And there's at least some sort of fight in the team, which I have not seen in the last 10 games. It's even when we were winning and when Potter first came in and we were actually, I think Potter had maybe a bit of an unbeaten run and some winning run, but even then we weren't playing good. It's been very lackluster and boring and dire football. That's the hard part. Losing sucks, don't get me wrong, but when you play shit and lose, it just compounds on itself.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, man. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
We've been where you are. So.
You've been there.
Yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only fair, I was on a high.
Like I mentioned before we started recording to you, Tommy, one of the 3 of us has to be verging on depression. Yep. Otherwise, it's not a podcast.
Yep. For the content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God, I wonder who Chelsea play next.
Fulham, West London Derby.
Oh dear.
I believe Fulham
it's
are
an in-form Fulham as well.
8th place too, yeah.
Yeah.
Mitro is suspended though. Mitro is suspended.
Thank the Lord.
So you might have a chance.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of managers who are under a bit of pressure, Super Frankie Lampard, Chelsea's boy, lost again. This time to United in the FA Cup, 3-1. Tommy, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about your boy?
How I'm feeling about my boy is just refreshing my soccer news page to see if he's been sacked. That's how I'm feeling about that. You know, like it's inevitable, really, at this point. Like, you can't keep going. The only reason he's probably not been sacked is they don't have anyone lined up.
But there are
because Roberto Martinez. I know they usually would go for Martinez, right? But he just signed for Portugal. He's Portugal's new next manager, so he's off the market.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh, you didn't see that?
Fucking Christ, Portugal! What are you doing?
I don't know why you guys hate Martinez
how do you,
so much.
How do you see?
I like Martinez.
Oh, how do you see how he wasted all this talent at Belgium and then be like, yeah, let's give him another super talented team at Portugal? Good fucking God. Yeah. No, Roberto Martinez is shit.
He wasn't so bad in the last World Cup. Come on,
he's
not
shit.
This one in
2018. Sure, but like, look at every other tournament that Belgium have been in with their golden generation, and then you give him this Portugal team that has so much talent. It just needs a good coach to maximize them.
I'm looking forward to it.
You go from Fernando Santos to Roberto Martinez. Jesus fucking Christ!
It's a surprising appointment, I thought, as well. But yeah. Go back to Everton. You're right, Tony. There are a lot of there are managers out there.
I was thinking Poch is there, no? Like, Poch doesn't have a job right now, does he?
I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't. He's been out for a while.
You know who else is available? I mean, you've already tried Frank Lampard. Why not try Steven Gerrard?
I thought you were going to say Ole. I thought you were going to say Ole. It's like, yeah.
I wouldn't debase Ole with the Everton job.
I'm not sure Gerrard's going to get a job as good as Villa in a while, to be honest.
Oh, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. He needs to completely rebuild his reputation.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You guys say that, Tony, but, you know, a lower level club in Premier League will probably be stupid enough to hire him. Like, someone like, I don't know, Bournemouth be like, yeah, you know what, why not? Let's do it.
I don't know, man. Yeah, football world talks, and apparently all of his success came with Michael Beale. So, yeah, Gerrard doesn't do a lot of coaching. He's more of a manager, old school. So, I don't know. But you're right. People like Gerrard and the Lampards of the world, they get given the benefit of the doubt thanks to their playing career. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
in terms of the game,
yeah,
right? United completely outclassed them.
It was fine. I don't think United looked that good.
Yeah.
But it's whenever United would actually turn it on, Everton couldn't live with them. And then United would turn it on for like 5 minutes, score a goal, and then just kind of chill, see what Everton would do. Everton would threaten, and United would be like, oh, we need to play football again. It
helps
comfortable-ish in the end, but Everton did have a moment where they equalized at 2-2, but it was offside. So
it helps when Cody is feeling generous.
Yeah, Connor Cody did help at both ends. We do need to talk about David De Gea just glitching a ball through.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Look, he was due a howler. It had been like a couple of months since we had one.
It's funny because I was just thinking like, yeah, De Gea's been doing a lot of great shot stopping.
Quite solid
and he's been
recently.
Quite solid, yeah. And then that happens.
That's what fucked up. Then you see that. I still don't understand what he was doing, what was happening. But yeah,
Rashford is in. Rashford, on the other hand, is in some really good form. He's how many consecutive games is that he scored in now?
7 consecutive home games.
Oh, home games. Oh, okay.
I think it's 4 in all sort of home and away stuff that he scored in consecutively. If I'm not wrong,
his confidence is right now sky high, which is great.
Couple of assists as well in this one.
Yeah. Hey, I remember I think I said last year Rashford was a season away from playing for Everton, and nope, proved me wrong. He is. He's showing he is a class player.
What's
Everton are desperately keeping the receipt of you saying that.
Yeah.
Gonna wave it in the summer.
So Rashford, what's his contract? Like, what's his Let me start.
He has another year after this one.
Do we know what he's supposedly on? The reason I ask is this wage cap that that's supposed to be taking place at United, 200 bags a week. Does that apply to someone like Rashford? Because I think he earns more than that. I don't know.
He might. I don't know what the situation with that would be, because I would assume he's around that 200k, if not above it.
Yeah, that's a pretty. It was weird. I don't. Well, actually, he's on exactly 200. So maybe, I mean, rumored to be. So maybe they just, if they can renew at that, but that's dangerous because then he might be able to get something more elsewhere. I just feel it was pretty strange of Ten Hag to come out and say that publicly, because it kind of, it felt pointed at some of his players. He kind of indicated that he felt some of the players in the team had been given bigger contracts than they.
Well,
deserve.
I know because they're talking to De Gea about a possible renewal, and they're like, if we want to renew here and stay here, we're cutting the wages.
Yeah. De Gea's not going to earn that anywhere else.
No way.
Yeah, so he might as well, to be honest. United, I think City and Arsenal have the same fixtures.
Big test.
Yeah.
Big test is the next week or so, because I think we have Charlton in the League Cup, but after that, our next 3 games are City at home, Palace away, Arsenal away in the span of 8 days. That's the test. We've gotten through our easy teams. We've done well, picked up points against easy teams, which we hadn't been doing the last few years. But now this is where we see, you're like, all right, how much of this run is real?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a decisive week, I guess, or decisive 2 weeks for both. I guess for all 3 teams, City, Arsenal, United, in one respect or the other. So, yeah, really interesting. But Ten Hag seems to have brought some stability, which is good. And, United looking decent.
Let's move on to Liverpool 2, Wolves 2, and everyone get your VAR conspiracy hats on, because Wolves should have won this. That third goal is not offside. Nope. Just so happens you go away to Anfield and the one camera you need to see offsides isn't working. Convenient. Mm-hmm. How much are they paying you?
Do they not check that stuff beforehand?
Oh, I don't know,
or,
man.
Like, what's the protocol there? Like, come on.
Who signs off? I want to see who checked the cameras.
Yeah.
Mike Dean. He was the VAR official, wasn't he? So, yeah. I mean, there was a clip that went around. The linesman was running away to give the goal, and then the ref gestured to the linesman to raise his flag up. I don't know, guys. It's a little bit.
We're only speculating. Yeah. We're only speculating. Don't get mad, Liverpool fans. We're only speculating.
He's shuffling his hand. Put it up. I'm like, what is going on? I think he probably thinks he should put his flag up, and then VAR will confirm if it's offside or not. And unfortunately, in doing so, VAR, couldn't see if it was offside or not. So
it just went with the decision on the field,
which was not what they were going to give in the first place. I mean, I'm all for Liverpool playing more games. As much,
the ideal scenario to me is that they play another game in the cup and then get knocked out
on penalties,
or preferably play replays all the way through and then just get knocked out.
I don't think
it gets serious.
I don't think that's an option anymore.
Am I correct in thinking that Van Dijk is out for a bit?
Yeah, at least.
Is it confirmed how long? 2 weeks. Okay.
I said at least 6 weeks.
You said 6 weeks. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Wow. Okay.
I think it's
it is long.
I think it's a grade 2 hamstring. So, yeah, club seemed to indicate it was more than a month. So I think
this game was just hilarious. It was incredibly
Oh,
stupid.
what was Alisson doing? That first goal. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like they wanted to go out of this cup. Yeah, Liverpool.
Well, if you look at the team that Liverpool played, that was their starting 11.
Did they have anyone else to put on? Yeah, like.
I mean, they could have started with like guys like Harvey Elliott and stuff like that, but instead it's like, it's Fabinho, Henderson, whoever their third midfielder is. Why am I blanking on a third midfielder for Liverpool?
Alcantara.
Thiago, that's who it was.
Yeah, they played the strongest
it was,
possible team. Yeah.
It was Gakpo, Salah, and Nunez up top. Nunez had a very nice goal.
He did.
Give him that much.
Great ball by Trent. Fitting that Nunez scores that one.
He's good when he doesn't have to,
think.
Spend even half a second to think.
Yeah.
How did Gakpo look inside?
Not the best.
Quiet.
Yep.
Quiet?
Look like Gakpo.
Yeah.
Like Gakpo.
Yeah. He's usually quiet and scores a goal. So
yeah. His Gak positioning was not bad, but didn't do much with it.
A first pun has squeezed in. Or did I miss one earlier?
I've been taking my time.
Quiet.
He's been struggling. Has been struggling, and that was a desperate attempt to get something in there. I can't believe it.
Which one of my puns are not desperate?
This is bad. This is really bad. But yeah. Well, maybe we talk about Gakpo later on. But Liverpool really lucky, I think, to come away from this one. Salah scored a nice goal, but I don't know. It was a strange performance from Liverpool in general. Credit to Wolves, who are picking up under Lopetegui. They have good players. So they shouldn't be as low as they are in the table. So, maybe a cup run can, spark their season into life. But
let's move on to a few cup sets. And, I mean, one of the biggest ones, Stevenage. League 2, I believe, Stevenage, beating Aston Villa, coming from behind in the last 5 minutes of the game, because Villa had an absolute meltdown.
I don't know what Dendoncker is doing on that goal. On that penalty, sorry. First of all, just let him score at that point. It's really stupid for you to then bring him down as a last man. But I don't know what was worse, that one or the actual winner at the end. The
fact that on a short corner, no one comes out to challenge the shot.
Watkins is
at all.
He's walking towards him. He had all
Watkins,
the time.
more like Walkins.
Yeah, walking towards him. It's just shocking.
It's always Tony, man. It's always Tony just glossing.
Yeah, I don't know. Villa made a few changes, but
So it was not a good.
I mean, you're playing a League 2 team. No, you're still playing guys like Coutinho and stuff like that. Danny Ings is starting. These are.
They played their bench.
Allegedly high quality players.
It was not a good evening for Aston Villa then, eh?
Oh no.
No.
It was an okay evening that turned into a terrible evening. I mean, another team that had a pretty bad evening was Newcastle. They got knocked out by Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah. Did you see, speaking of conspiracies, did you see Bruno's goal, Guimaraes?
I think I missed the Guimaraes goal.
That must be one of the most offside goals I've ever seen. He's 3 or 4 yards offside. But generally speaking...
I'm just saying, if anyone has the money to pay off a ref...
didn't do enough.
It's Newcastle.
Didn't do enough. Windass
scored. The issue is they didn't pay Chris Wood enough to score.
That was a strange signing.
Shocking miss on that one.
Strange signing. I never understood that signing.
I'm convinced it was 100% not because they needed Chris Wood. It's because they wanted to weaken Burnley that season. That's the only reason they signed him.
What position did Newcastle finish last year that they were worried about Burnley?
Well, no, they were in the relegation zone.
I know, but come
Burnley.
on. Come on. Like, just leave him there. Like, he would have been fine. Yeah.
Would have probably done more harm than good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Berghorst really did much, but yeah, strange. And the fact that he's coming on, that just, to miss chances like that, incredible. But hey, Newcastle out. I think those were the first goals they conceded in like 7 matches or something crazy like that. Like, they went on a long unbeaten run as well. Since they lost to Liverpool at Anfield with that last minute winner. So. Yeah.
Even more focus for them in the Premier League now.
Yep.
To get that Champions League spot secured.
Zero distractions.
Exactly.
I don't know if are they still in the League Cup or are they out of that?
To be honest, I haven't paid attention to the League Cup this season. So, yeah.
Is it because Arsenal got knocked out immediately?
I was grateful for that. I didn't want to be in the cup. Newcastle they're playing Leicester tomorrow. Tomorrow being today when this comes out. Yeah. Tuesday.
Newcastle are playing Leicester tomorrow being today when this comes out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Exactly.
Too early in the morning for me to wrap my head around that. Let's move on. Non-league Wrexham. You might recognize them as the club owned by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney. They beat Coventry, who, if I'm not mistaken, are a championship side. Beat them 4-3 at Coventry. I don't know if either of you guys watched this game. I did. Incredibly fun. I forgot how fun non-league / championship level football can be sometimes.
Non-league
so used
/
to like
championship. Okay.
Look, both teams looked like they were on an even level.
Okay.
It was just outstandingly chaotic is the only way to describe it. Wrexham going 4-1 up, Coventry going down to 10 men, and Wrexham hanging on for dear life by the end. Just an incredible level of fun. And it's genuinely one of those games that you're just like, yeah, this is what the FA Cup is all about.
Oh, I just saw the, what was that, a 40-yard shot from Lee in that game as well that squeaked in the net.
100% crossing that.
Yeah, you're right.
I refuse. I don't care how much he celebrated. I refuse to accept that was anything but a cross.
You know what? This is what I love about FA Cup is that you sometimes just pay attention to teams that you probably never would, and you kind of get behind a team like this, and hopefully they make a run. But you just see how much an FA Cup means to these teams.
Hey Tommy, how's our registration going for next season?
How's you know what, Tony? I forgot to look into that. But
please get on that.
Start getting on that now. Yeah, I think the qualifying rounds start in the summer. So
I bet they must start really early.
Need some time to get the visas and stuff together.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years. Yeah.
The dream of playing one round of FA Cup would be
one round. I'm not playing one round. I'm going all the way. Yeah.
Going all the way.
The
yeah.
fucking thing.
Going all the way.
For away games, do they have to come and visit you in Kingston?
No, we'd all have to.
No, we would 100% have to be registered in England.
I'm sure we can book out Wembley or something.
I mean, in fairness, we are. There's a relationship.
Hey, maybe we can. Maybe we can sign for Salford City. And.
I think they're in League 2 now.
Did they make it a League 2 now?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
We'd have to sign for Wrexham.
Never mind.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds. He's Canadian, right?
Yeah, he'll hook us up.
Yeah, come get us, Ryan Reynolds. I will flog your gin as much as you want if you sign me.
We will go to Ottawa Senators games. Okay, that is enough right there.
Has he? I don't think he's bought them yet.
He hasn't, but he really wants to, I think.
All right, but so if he's there, we just go to Ottawa Senators game, and it costs Ryan Reynolds until he signs us.
Exactly. Hey, we'll be the only
like
fans.
It's a great plan. It will definitely not result in a restraining order.
We'll probably be the only fans there, so he
ouch. I mean,
yeah.
Probably right, but ouch.
My apologies to all Ottawa Senators fans listening.
Apologies to Ryan Reynolds. Who cares about the Ottawa Senators fans? Yeah.
Were there any other were there any shout-out games or games you want to shout out?
Yeah, a couple of other upsets. Blackpool beating Nottingham Forest 4-1. No doubt this will inspire Forest to sign another 5 or 6 players. Bournemouth losing to championship leaders Burnley 2-4. I guess that vaguely counts as an upset. And Leeds having to rescue a game against Cardiff 2-2 in the very last seconds of the game. But yeah, a good round of the FA Cup.
Arsenal play Oxford today, and should they get past
I forgot about Arsenal.
If they
Christ.
beat Oxford, we get to go to the City of Manchester Stadium. So, brilliant. We didn't see that coming. Fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah. I don't.
Hey man, United have to play Reading. We all fight our battles, okay? Let's move on. Because it's January, the transfer window is open. Obviously, we've seen a few signings that have already been made. But let's go and break down what some of these clubs actually need. Tommy, let's start with Chelsea. You are the talk of the town at the moment.
Hey,
we've already brought in Badiashile. Is that his name?
Yeah, Benoit Badiashile, Gabriel Slonina, David Fofana, Andre Santos is brought in. We've already made some signings, guys. Refresh your feeds. There could be another one. Let me check. It's just that kind of time.
I see Lord Boehldemort has whipped out his checkbook again.
They just spending money. I mean,
so apparently Abidjan City and the Ivory Coast, they've written a letter to FIFA asking for Fofana's transfer to be cancelled because Mulder owed them some money, they say, for the initial purchase. So that's interesting. Nice way to walk into a club.
You're saying Mulder? Okay.
No, Chelsea for once didn't do anything shady.
You didn't do anything wrong. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like then that will be okay. Then maybe someone will pay off the club, and they'll keep quiet after that.
Pay off the club. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very Chelsea.
Yeah.
Pay someone
It'll
off.
probably
Keep
be Chelsea.
quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
probably
like I said before earlier, we got a lot of injuries, and signing new players. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Hopefully, the problem we've had is signing players that actually work out. Very few and far between. And it's clear everyone says, you need a striker, all this stuff. To be honest, we need a midfield. I feel like that's probably one of our biggest pressing concerns because Conte is always injured. Jorginho he's injured as well. We have Kovacic in there who was actually for the most part of the season was injured as well. And we need a midfield overhaul, and it's not going to happen in January.
When
Hopefully
you say you need a midfield, how many midfielders do you have available right now, actually?
Zakaria is available.
Yeah.
Kovacic is fit. And
Jorginho is fit.
Is Jorginho fit? I thought he was injured. Okay. He's fit now.
He played the cup game.
Okay. Never mind then. But besides that, trust me, Tony. Midfield is one of the biggest.
Fit.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been all that great, and he's not.
Should have let him go to Palace.
Should have stayed. Yeah, shouldn't have came back.
We said it.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Said it.
One thing, Tommy, about these transfers that Chelsea have made so far. Bowley's signing them to unbelievably long contracts. Like, normally you don't see anything beyond, like, a 5-year contract, but Bowley's signed... I think Badiashile's on, like, a 7-year contract.
That's ridiculous.
Dasra Fofana's on something similar. Like, these are, like, hockey-length contracts. Is there any insight on those? Like, because you really have to hope that these guys work out. Otherwise, they are getting Baba Rahman.
Hey, I mean, at least they're young, with Chelsea, right?
Jesus. Has he ever played for you guys?
I mean,
maybe once in like 2018.
Like, I'm sure he has. I can't recall the game and when, but I'm sure that he has played a game. But in terms of the contracts, like, I honestly, I don't see it from the club's point of view. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it more maybe from the player's point of view, whereas it could be a bad thing in terms of like they're tied to a long contract but that sort of thing. But for me, they're young, so giving a young player a long contract, unless they get a really serious injury and then they can't play, then it secures them financially, and then it kind of puts you in a bad spot. But I'm okay with it. It's weird. I mean, it is definitely a very American thing, and maybe Bowley's trying to bring in his style of contracts that he has with baseball and that sort of thing. Here, whatever. Honestly, as long as the players work out, and
that's exactly the problem, right?
That's the thing, right? Yeah. If they don't work out, then you're kind of. It's hard to sell them because they have such long contracts.
Oh, yeah.
I think putting someone like Badiashile on a long contract is great, because I don't think there's any danger that you won't be able to sell a player like him. I don't know what Datro's on or how long his contract is for, like Datro Fofana, but
right.
That's where it starts to get dangerous, because that's where you get Baba Rahman, basically a player whose reputation is still growing. A long contract usually means a larger transfer fee. So I don't know. Bowley, yeah, it's hard to really tell what his strategy is for anything, but
he's just playing Football Manager.
I don't think you give anyone a 7-year
I mean, we were
manager, but yeah, he's doing his own
we were
thing.
in for Enzo Fernandez. If I'm getting that right.
Right. Because Benfica asked for 120 million, and you said 80 million, and Benfica said 120 million. So you're going to pay 120 million at the end of the transfer window.
Well, the thing is, Chelsea. Go on, Tom.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, like, we actually never said we'd pay the full amount. I think what happened is we talked to his camp and said, "Yeah, we're going to bid for you," and
they told you how much it cost. You said you were going to find an agreement with Benfica, and
then he skips training, right, and then goes. I don't know where he goes, but he misses training for a bit. And then they find out after that we only bid like 80 mil for him or something like that. And he goes back. So he fucked himself over, to be honest, in terms of how he handled it. Very unprofessional. And we didn't do any better. Don't get me wrong.
For Chelsea.
We exactly. So for me, the way I see it is his release clause is 125. If we don't find anyone by January 31st, we'll pay for it.
I personally don't think there's any chance that's going to happen. Yeah, I think...
Not in January.
I think
you might go back in the summer.
Well, they can't... I don't think they'll sign him in the summer. I don't think he'll go there anymore. Honestly.
You guys you've seen Bowley, right? You've seen where he's throwing money around. You can't say that you're not going to spend that money. Yeah, but that's the thing.
No, now, look, I've seen Bowley, but now it's too obvious that he'll go for Enzo Fernandez.
It's too obvious.
Bowley keeps us on our toes. Okay. He's going to go for something random like he did with Aubameyang.
Well, he's spending too much time trying to fuck up our midrick too. So, I don't know what that's about. You only, have like 10 attacking midfielders. But, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure, why we... you want to know why, Tony? It's because... You guys bid for him. We're like, whoa, who's this guy? Let's go. Let's get in there. Bid for him.
Yeah. Must be good, if Arsenal are bidding for him. So he just start sniffing around, trying to drive up. Like, Shakhtar are using you guys to drive up the cost. It's pissing me off, but hey, whatever.
I mean, let's talk about Arsenal since we're on Mudryk anyway. Tony, Arsenal do need some depth in those front three positions. Is there anyone else that they're eyeing up other than Mudryk?
Well, there's the Yao Felix deal, right? That United and Arsenal are looking at. Well, I don't know if you're still looking at him, but
They want, what, 20 million for a 6-month loan?
they want 20 million for a 6-month loan or 10 million and a 70 million guarantee to purchase him in the summer. So we are trying to negotiate and talk to someone's more reasonable side. I don't know
That
if
second one is not as bad.
it's not as bad if you think he's worth 70 million in the summer. I mean, I don't know. I'd be tempted by it. You're right, but I don't see that one happening early in the window, if that makes sense. I think that's something that will happen pretty late.
Yeah.
The relationship between Felix and Simeone is at an all-time low. I don't understand. I never understood the signing to begin with. I don't understand why.
It was a weird player that never really fit the profile of what Atletico want up top.
Yeah, they've done that a few times, but yeah, I don't know. Arsenal need depth, and I like Mudryk. He'd be my first choice signing for, considering all the players we've been linked with. There is a danger though that we could be caught with our pants pulled down if we don't end up finding an agreement with Shakhtar, and we can't not sign a player this window. We can't do what we did last year, where we got so fixated on one player and didn't have options. There are options this time around. Ferran Torres is another player we've been linked with. He's struggling for game time at Barcelona. He's a player I'm a bit unsure about. Technically good, but I wonder about his intensity. But yeah, I'm just in wait and see mode at the moment. While holding my breath that none of the front three that we currently have get injured. Emil Smith-Rowe might play today. Today being yesterday when this comes out. If is there, you can follow that train of thought.
I'm not going to follow.
So
you've already lost me.
Yeah, so we've missed him, but we definitely need depth. Especially, we don't know when Jesus is supposed to come back, or is going to come back. It's either late February or March, according to reports. But I don't know, man. This is the weakest Premier League in a really long time, and Arsenal are in a position to take advantage. I say push the boat out.
As long as they don't 2016 it. Last time there was a super weak Premier League and they finished second to Leicester.
It's not as weak as that, but there is still a Terminator up to. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Hey, I for one hope Arsenal just keep quiet in the transfer window. They don't need anyone. They'll be fine. They're in a great spot right now. There's no need to sign any players.
Yeah.
Hey, and even if they do try to sign any players, Todd Bowley will whip out his checkbook and sign them instead. I'm
so disappointed in signing Ronaldo. I felt inevitable, but
I know, right?
Yeah.
Al Nassr, funnier on the surface, but a bit more boring because now he's off in the distance.
Yeah. They're still trying to get rid of Vincent Aboubakar. I'd say ends up at Chelsea.
Yeah, well, they need to.
No, they haven't.
They need to get rid of a foreign player before they can register Ronaldo.
Yep.
They didn't cancel Aboubakar's contract?
Abubakar is like, pay me my money. He's saying, pay me everything. Like a true African man, pay me everything.
Well done.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man, Vincent.
So they're still
good man.
They're still in negotiations to get his contract terminated. Imagine that. I love it. Yeah.
Speaking of Aboubakar, he's one of the strikers that got linked to United.
Yeah.
And United desperately need a striker because the only guy we have up front is Martial, and he is injured most of the time.
Is he fit? He's fit right now.
He's fit right now,
Okay.
which means he will be injured in a few days. We have so many games coming up as well, and I think Abu Bakar was one of the ones floated, but he's also been floated as a signing for Besiktas because United are allegedly in for Weghorst, and what fresh hell is this? Yeah, that would be interesting. If it's a loan, then it's just like it's Igalo all over again, isn't it?
Weghorst is on loan, right? Somewhere? Where is he?
He's on loan from Burnley to Besiktas.
Okay.
So the thing would be they'd have to come to an agreement with Besiktas to cancel his loan. Abu Bakar would go to Besiktas as Weghorst's replacement from Al Nassr after he gets paid out by Al Nassr, and then we would have to negotiate a loan with Burnley, I believe, to get Weghorst on loan.
See, I don't. Yeah, maybe he just doesn't fit the style, but I'd go for Abu Bakar instead, man. I don't know.
I would take Abu Bakar. Yeah. Do you see how ripped he was?
Yeah.
We got himself set up. I'm like, yeah, I want that up top. Fight anyway. I just want him to join for him to have the chance to go and scrap with Mohamed Salah.
He is a Fufu R9. That's what he's known on the streets these days. So, I think he was tailor made for Chelsea, but that never happened. He's actually a pretty good player. Weghorst, he's tall.
Tony, it's not out of the realm that we get Abu Bakar. It's like
this is true.
We can still get a striker here,
This is Todd Bowley runs his transfers like it's a fucking game show. He just spins a wheel and sees where it lands.
Yeah.
We can still use a striker. So hey,
Weghorst is a good player. Let's not. Okay, he had a disastrous spell at Burnley, but he's a good player. It's just it screams Van Gaal and Fellaini to me. Get it to the big guy in the last few minutes, which
yeah,
I don't know. It lacks imagination.
It's also something where you can see that United are cash poor right now, with the Glazers wanting to sell and not being willing to put money in at this moment. So it's going to be an interesting window. I do think United will come away with a short-term fix at striker. I don't think we'll get João Felix because I don't think the money is going to be there for it.
I can never thought I'd hear United talk about money like this, but that's just amazing. Yeah,
it's the truth. It's the truth. But yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to United, Weghorst, I guess.
So that's about it.
Goes well.
That's all you're looking at.
I think that's all that we've been linked with at this point.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, you
take your pick of what team we want to chat about next.
It's Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool are going to do much else in this window, but there's still talk about that.
They should sign a midfielder.
That midfield's looking tired. It's looking really tired. There's quality in the names, but I think the only player who's playing close to his best right now is Thiago. Henderson and Fabinho look like boys who have had a lot of club miles on their legs. They're looking exhausted. The Gakpo signing was strange. I get that they have injuries in the forward positions, but he's not really the profile of player they normally sign, and it just didn't feel like they desperately needed another forward,
Yeah.
I think he's going to end up being the Firmino replacement in terms of the depth across that line, because he can play centrally, he can play out wide, similar to Jota in a way.
Yeah.
And
it's just that all those
Firmino
players...
is out of contract in the summer, so
maybe they're just holding out for Bellingham in the summer. Or January, maybe. Hey, who knows?
He's not moving in January.
He's not moving in January, and I don't see why Bellingham would go to Liverpool if they're not in the Champions League. He can go anywhere he wants, and I still say he goes to City. As sad as that
I think
is.
he'll go to Madrid.
Yeah, I think he goes to City.
Bolly, listening?
Yeah,
okay. Get that checkbook.
Good luck with that.
No, Tommy, this is not how it works. Bellingham will be one of many slots on his wheel, and he will spin it, and it will land where it does. Maybe you'll get Jude Bellingham. Maybe you'll just finally bring back Baba Rahman from whatever realm he's been exiled to.
Is Batshuayi still at Chelsea? I'm
No.
just gonna start naming random.
Tell you what.
Chelsea
If the wheel agrees with it, he'll bring Batshuayi back.
Yeah. Anyway, as far as Liverpool are concerned, I think after the Brentford game, I kind of gave up on them this season. I just looked at that and I was like, yeah, this is not a club that's serious about any form of defending. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty crazy how they swing from being one of the best teams in the world to an absolute clown car every 2 or 3 years. But yeah, I can only imagine they will be going for like you said, a Bellingham or an Enzo Fernandez in the summer, a player of that quality. But as far as January goes, and maybe another short. Is this guy still there? The midfielder they signed, Arthur Melo.
Oh yeah, Melo. Or wait, Arthur, right?
Yeah, Arthur Melo, right?
I thought I heard that he was taking his own personal physio time away and working on his fitness and something like that.
I forgot that he was there.
Yeah.
His own personal time. Must be nice.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they canceled the loan, but
no, he's still there.
Yeah. He's still there.
Juve ain't taking him back. He's still yeah.
Oh, let's move on to Newcastle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a team that you would assume will make a few signings in the January window. Not that they've got the money for it, Lord knows. They could use some depth on their bench, just based on the fact that they're bringing Chris Wood on for game time.
Yeah, Longstaff still there. Yeah, I imagine if they were going to sign anyone, it'd be midfield, to be honest. As much as Chris Wood is coming off the bench, he's only doing that because I guess they didn't want to play Wilson, or is Wilson injured again?
Wilson was like off and on, right? And then Isaac's back now, right? So they won't play Wood as much, I don't imagine, going forward.
Yeah.
If those two stay fit, yeah.
Sin Maximan is back.
You would think that.
Yeah, well done, Azar.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sin Maximan is back as well. So they have plenty in the forward positions. I think a big acquisition that they might make would be in midfield. Hey,
Yeah, it makes sense.
I wonder if Fernandez is an option for them.
Yeah, I was about to suggest Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, I was going to say João Felix, but
I don't know.
if there's one team that's going to actually pay, a loan fee of, what would you say, 20 million, I mean, that means nothing to Newcastle at this point. So, yeah, here you go.
It's not a position of need, but it'd be a statement. You're right. So, who knows? But I can't see that one happening. So that's probably
I think
why
more just the player saying, "Yeah, I'm not going to Newcastle." But
yeah. Okay. Anyone else is there?
What about? What about? Wait, we can't forget about Spurs. As much as you want to forget about Spurs, we can't forget about Spurs. I mean, Antonio Conte wants signings. I don't know who they've been linked with so far, but
they need to work on renewing Kane's contract. That's where all their money should go. He's got a year left in the summer, and he's talking about wanting to win trophies again, which is hilarious. But yeah,
come to Chelsea. Hey, there's always a chance.
I tell you what, if United are looking for short-term fixes in the January transfer window, Kane in the summer makes a lot of sense for them. In fact, he'd be the perfect striker.
Yeah, he would.
So I'd be all over that.
It'd be interesting to see how much Daniel Levy would ask for him.
100 million, and you'd pay it because you guys.
Yeah.
I just wonder.
I would pay 100 million for Kane easy.
I know you would.
Easy.
Yeah, but yeah, we're not talking about you or Todd Bowley, Tommy. Yeah, I wonder if Kane still fits in your wage structure, because
that's the thing. Like, if there's a wage cap like that, probably not.
Yeah, I think he probably earns a bit more. Oh, he could earn a bit more than that. But anyway, yeah.
My prediction for Spurs, guys, is that Conte, they will sign they'll get whoever, and Conte will whine, "I did not get my players. and we will hear that every press conference.
His contract is
he's
up,
off.
right?
And
He's off in the summer anyway.
he's gone. So that's it. They're not getting anyone. That's what I'm predicting.
Oh, bring back Pochettino. Do we want to briefly discuss City before we sign off?
Fuck City, they got their team.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Gonna sign it better myself.
Yeah. Who do they need? Who do they need really?
I don't know.
Bellingham, Tony? Bellingham, like you said?
Yeah.
Give him that. Give him Bellingham. Why not?
You
At this
okay,
point,
Tommy?
why not? Really?
Tommy, are you okay? I think this man's seen City too much in the
I've
last
seen
week.
City way too much, yeah, to care that who they need to sign.
Well, I will relieve you of your burden then, Tommy, and we'll sign off. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Toss us the reviews and comments and all that lovely stuff. And as always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Yeah, cheers, guys, and we'll see you next time.
That's what Sarah's
Joining
like.
me, Tony. Stealing my lines.
Yeah.
Would you like to sign off as well, Tony?
Nah, it's pleasure as always, boys. Enjoyed the chat.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.